Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and start our Samsung Galaxy S25 battery comparisons. Now I have the Galaxy S25, S24, S23, S22, S21, and the Samsung Galaxy S20 all the way at the end. Now all of these phones are very interesting because they are all at varying battery healths. These are going to be at higher battery healths than these two, so keep that in mind. I'm assuming that the Galaxy S20 is probably going to be the worst. Maybe the S22 is probably going to be the worst too. But they're all at 100% battery life. They're all maxed out on brightness. They all have all the applications cleared out in the background. So all of them do not have any applications in the background at all, as you guys can see. And basically the way this goes is whatever I do on one phone, I'm going to do on the other. So if I open up an application, if I go on YouTube or anything like that, I'm going to be doing that on all the phones at the exact same time mostly. So we're going to just basically let them die out normally. The first hour, I'm just going to basically let them sit here and basically just be on a YouTube video in the background, set them there for an hour, and then come back. Samsung phones don't allow us to just keep them on for an hour, I don't know why. But I'll load up a YouTube video. We'll check back in every hour once in a while. I'll keep a close eye on them. I'll make sure I know whenever a phone dies, and we'll just basically see what ends up happening. So we'll check back in about another hour and see where we're at. So it's been about an hour and we're at varying battery life. So I've literally only had this video playing literally the whole entire time. Hopping out of all these videos though, you can see that we are on varying battery lives. I know it's a little harder to see, but I'm going to add the battery widget in a little bit. My Galaxy S25 is at 96%. My Galaxy S24 is also at 96%. My Galaxy S23 is at 95%. The Galaxy S22 is at 87%. The Galaxy S21 is at 89%, and my Galaxy S20 is at 84%. So as you can see, my Galaxy S25 and S24 are doing the best. These two are, the S22 is doing the worst, and these two are kind of neck and neck. Actually, I take that back. The Galaxy S20 is doing the worst, and the S22 is doing the second worst. So now what I'll do is I'll add the battery widgets on all of them. I'll probably also play a game in the background of all of them too. And then I'll just let them sit out one more time for another hour and we'll check back in. So let's go and see what happens from there. So another hour has passed and now all I've been doing is just playing Temple Run 2 in the background. So hopping out of all these applications here, we can kind of see what we are working with. Now I did add the battery widget on some of these phones, but some of them also did not have it, which was very weird. On the Samsung Galaxy S25, you can see we are currently at 88%, which is pretty good. The Galaxy S24 is at 86%. The Galaxy S23 is at 82%. The Galaxy S22, I know you can't see it, is at 71%. The Galaxy S21 at 77%. And the Galaxy S20 all the way at the end is at 69%. So the Galaxy S20 is doing the worst. The S22 is doing not as good as I thought it was going to be, but actually doing better than I thought it was going to be actually. The S21 is at 77, so still better than the S22. The Galaxy S23 is still at 82, and these two are in the lead, but the Galaxy S25 so far is doing better. So we'll check back in about another hour of playing Temple Run 2 and see basically where we're at. So another hour has passed. We're now at the 3-hour mark. So let's go and see where we're at. And I guarantee you we're going to be probably making some progress here. So if we go ahead and take a look at all of them, you can kind of see that on my Samsung Galaxy S25, once again, we are at 80%. My Galaxy S24 at 76%, so still doing really good, but my Galaxy S25 is doing better. The Galaxy S23 is at 68%. The Galaxy S22 is at 54%. Sorry, the Galaxy S22 is at 54%. Galaxy S21 is at 62%, and the Galaxy S20 all the way at the end is at 53%. So right now, still the Galaxy S22 is doing better than the Galaxy S20, which I don't know why that's so surprising, but it's only by a slight. I think the S22 is probably going to get behind the S20. The Galaxy S25 is still doing the best, which I'm very happy to see. So you can see there's a lot of progress being made here from even the S20 all the way up to the S25. Even from the S23 to the S25, there's quite a bit of an improvement as well. So we'll still check back in about another hour, and we'll see where we're at. Well, everyone, it's been about another hour, and let's go and see where we're at. So swiping out of all these, you can kind of see where we are at within all of them. So in my Galaxy S25, you can see we are at 71%. The Galaxy S24 is over here at 65%. The Galaxy S23 is at 53%. The Galaxy S22 is at 34%. The Galaxy S21 is at 47%. And the Galaxy S20 all the way at the end is at 37%. So right now my Galaxy S22 is still actually doing worse than my Galaxy S20. So that's kind of the flip I expected. So I figured that the Galaxy S20 would actually at some point be doing worse, or the S22 would be doing worse. But now the S20 is up there, which is kind of interesting. So now the S22 is actually doing the worst. And the S25 is still doing really, really well. And my Galaxy S24 is still at 65%. So this one's still doing really well. We'll go and let them kind of go back on Temple Run 2 and let them sit there for a little bit longer. So we'll check back in about another hour and see where we're at. All right, everyone, another hour has passed. So let's go and hop out of all of them once again. I don't know what happened there, but you probably will be able to see that for the most part, all these things will be at varying battery lives. Again, the Galaxy S25 right now is at roughly a 63%. The Galaxy S24 is at 54%. The Galaxy S23 is at 38%. The Galaxy S22 is at 15%. The Galaxy S21 is at 36%, and the Galaxy S20 all the way at the end is at 20%. So right now, the Galaxy S22 is probably going to end up dying maybe in the next hour or so. My Galaxy S20 still doing better than my S22, which is, that's just how weird the S22 was. My S23 is doing better than I would think. And right now, the Galaxy S25 is still doing the best. But look at the difference even between the S23 and the S24. That's also a pretty big difference in and of itself. And it's funny that my S21 is still doing actually pretty good. So we'll check back in about another hour. And once again, we'll see where we're at. Well, everyone, another hour has passed. And you can see that we are at varying battery lives right now. So you can see that the Galaxy S22 and the Samsung Galaxy S20 both died neck and neck. The S22 died at the 6-hour mark. The S20 died at the 6-hour and 1-minute mark, which is pretty interesting. My Galaxy S25 right now is still at 52%. My Galaxy S24 is at 40%. And my Galaxy S21 is at 19%. So definitely right there, the S21 lasted much longer than these two phones, which I'm kind of shocked about. I guess we're going to see what happens in the next couple hours because the S25 is still killing it right now when it comes down to the battery life department. So we will check back in about another hour and see where we're at from there. So another hour has passed, and now we're at the 7-hour and 2-minute mark. Now hopping out of all these, you can see basically where we're at right now. So my Galaxy S25 right now is at 44%. My Galaxy S24 is at 30%. Galaxy S23 is at 5%. And my Galaxy S21 is at 6%. So right now my Galaxy S21, as of this point, is still doing better than my Galaxy S23, which is pretty crazy. My Galaxy S24 at 30% is doing really, really well. Then my Galaxy S25 all the way up here at 43% is doing really good as well. So we'll keep this going. We'll kind of see what ends up happening throughout the next hour. I'm pretty sure these two phones are going to die and these two phones are still going to be here. So we will check back in about another hour and see where we're at. So another hour has passed and there's only two phones left. The Galaxy S23 ended up dying at the 7-hour and 13-minute mark. Hopping out of these two right here, see my Galaxy S25 is at 35% and my Galaxy S24 is at 19%. So a lot of battery, degradation kind of going down in the last hour, or battery life going down the last hour. I'm pretty sure the Galaxy S24's got like another hour left inside of it. So we will check back in about another hour. I'm very, very, very happy with the way the Galaxy S25 has gone in terms of battery life. It's pretty insane. But we'll check back in about another hour and see where we're at. So we are now at the 9-hour mark, and these two are still going at it, as you can see. Hopping out of both these, the Galaxy S25 is at 25%. My Galaxy S24 is at 7%. So this phone is literally almost done, but it lasted for so long, and it lasted so much longer than all the predecessors as well. These two are killing it. I'm very happy with the way these two have performed. So we will check back in about another hour, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to be dead. And the Galaxy S25 is going to reign supreme, probably still around 20%. So we'll check back in. And then there was one at the 9-hour and 24-minute mark. The Samsung Galaxy S24 ended up dying. Now the Galaxy S25 at the end of it had 21% battery life still left in it. So you can kind of see what was going on here. The Galaxy S22 died first, followed by the S20, followed by the S23, followed by the S21, followed by the S24. And from the S22 to the S24, that was the biggest difference. And that's mostly because of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. So the Galaxy S25 did a really good job. I'm very, very happy with the way this battery life has performed on the Galaxy S25, and to have an extra like 21% battery life on this type of phone is actually pretty insane in and of itself. I'm just double checking, none of these actually died before. So at the end of the day, the Galaxy S25 definitely is a really big upgrade coming from the previous generation. If you are going to go and buy a phone, especially in this package, a phone like the Galaxy S25, I think, is probably going to give you a really, really good experience when it comes down to it. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.